So this is a new low, isn't it? So I'm currently in Bournemouth Gardens. There's so many people around me. There's so many. I did plan on doing this video yesterday, but it was so sunny yesterday, so I figured there would be less people. And whilst I'm pretty confident that there are fewer people today than there would have been yesterday, but there's still people. And people are looking at me really weirdly because, you know, I am talking to a camera, like there's no two ways about it. Anyway, so I figured it would be fun if I have a mini breakdown on camera and I tell you what's up. So I've got Taco Bell to preoccupy myself. So I got a bean burrito, I got a Crunch Wrap Supreme. By the way, in case you don't know, Taco Bell is quite honestly a vegan haven. And I got something that I've never had before. So I got myself, they call it like a 7-layer burrito, I think? Yeah, 7-layer burrito. And it's got like beans, it's got cheese and sour cream, but of course I just, you know, I asked not to have that. And then there's lettuce, tomato, guacamole, like all the good stuff. So I'm gonna try this first. So yeah, I've been to Taco Bell for, I don't know, a year, and I've never had it, and it's so wasted. Crazy wasted. It is the most expensive item that I had. It's like a 5, which is mental. But it's good. So when I got Taco Bell, I walked through the square, in case you're not familiar. So in case you are familiar with Bournemouth, the square is literally in the middle of the town centre, and there were loads of people campaigning for others to go vegan. Like, they were wearing the mask and they had plaques up and they had a table where you were encouraged to go over and speak to somebody, and I took a picture straight away because of course I showed interest. This guy who he was so sweet, he must have been only like 16, 17 years old. He stopped me. He was like, "Oh, does this interest you?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've been vegan for 7 years now." He was like, "Oh, well, you should be doing what I'm doing." And that kind of made me think. I was like, actually, I should be doing that. Like, I am really passionate about veganism. Am I so passionate that I'm willing to wear a mask and stand in the centre of the square for people to presumably call me names? Yeah, I suppose I am. So he gave me his details, and I'm gonna get in touch with him. It's important, isn't it? Like, if I believe in it, well, I suppose I should be doing it. Well, I am doing it, but doing a bit more than I actually am. This is really good. The thing is, I can't see the screen. I'm hoping that this doesn't cut off my head. I'm hoping. Oh, Tinder. About Tinder. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I have a love-hate relationship with Tinder. I would definitely encourage you to get a 7-bean burrito, by the way. It's delicious. Oh, I've just noticed what makes it special. It's a Mexican rice. Delicious. Yeah. So as I was saying, Tinder. I can't imagine why I am single whilst I'm, eating food quite openly in public whilst talking to a camera. Beats me. Such a weirdo. I actually made a mistake once upon a time where I told someone fairly early on that this is what I do. Oh no, there's a cute girl behind who looks really angry. Please go away. Please go away. And he found me, and it was the butt of our jokes for a very, very long time. Yeah, I definitely recommend this. It's delicious. I've had the Crunch Wrap Supreme before, and I've also had the soft burrito before. Soft burrito, soft taco. But this is definitely better. This is definitely better. So, yeah, Tinder. I've been on a few dates. I actually met my best friend. Oh, Mike, you know, in the last video that you saw. I met my best friend Mike through Tinder. And no, nothing has ever happened between the two of us. And nothing good. He's just he's a genuinely really good guy. So yeah, ladies of the Southampton, Portsmouth, Bournemouth area, get in touch if you want to date Mike. He won't appreciate me doing that. But yeah, I've had some experience with Tinder. Like, I met my first and only boyfriend on Tinder. I've also had some poor experiences. Well, were they? No, they weren't that poor. I met one of my closest friends at the time on Tinder. We have since, well, I don't think we've fallen out, we just don't talk anymore. And whilst I would quite like to not meet someone on Tinder, I'd quite like to have a story. I'd quite like to, I don't know, you know when that question inevitably comes up, which is, so how did you meet? I would like my story to be a little bit more than, oh, we met on Tinder. I don't know. Like, you know, ultimately, if he's the love of my life, he's the love of my life, and it won't matter too much. It doesn't really matter too much, like, how we meet them. I just would like something a bit more. But then I'm saying that only because I don't have that. Like, I've never had a story that is more than, oh, we met online. It's delicious. I made a terrible error by eating this first. In fact, I'm going to leave that little bit and place it on the side. But yeah, should we have a look what, oh, a gentleman named Toby. Already, great name. So my camera got shut off just whilst I was reading what Toby said. He has said, hello there, how's your weekend? Question mark, question mark. So already it's a bit, oh no, he put hello there, exclamation, exclamation, how's your weekend? Question mark, question mark. Okay, it's a bit keen, it's a bit too much. Great profile, by the way, and beautiful smile. Yeah, Toby, I'm not replying to that, ever. So, what shall I have? Shall I have the Crunchwrap Supreme or the bean? Yeah, I'm going to have the soft taco. I keep on wanting to call it burrito, but it's not a burrito, it's a soft taco. So essentially, they put, it's a soft taco with lettuce, tomato and cheese. Just ask for it without cheese, and then you can choose a selection of bullshit meats, or you can have beans in it. Like, and it doesn't look pretty, and it's certainly not going to win any awards, but for like, I think it's like £1, like, you can't go wrong. I'll tell you what, I don't know whether you have found this, but if you buy tortillas in a supermarket, they have that weird plastic smell. I'm not alone in thinking that, right? And whatever you do to a taco, like whatever you do to the tortilla, like, it will not get rid of that taco smell. So much so that you can almost taste it when you eat it. Whereas if you order a tortilla, like in Taco Bell or, you know, wherever, I'm gonna pop that over there, it doesn't have that taste or smell. So my question is, what am I doing wrong? Because I would quite like to eat more tortillas in my life. Yeah, it's delicious. Crunchwrap. Yeah, so Crunchwrap, beans. In fact, I think they've all got the same ingredients with the exception of the 7-layer burrito, where it's got Mexican rice. But this has got beans, lettuce, tomato, and it's kind of like a Dorito taco shell. It's good. It's not as good. Yeah. Oh, I forgot sauces. Oh, it doesn't matter. I think because of the beans, it doesn't actually really need sauce. It would just be good. It's actually really funny. The girl behind the counter couldn't believe that I was going to be eating all of this food for lunch. I was like, oh, usually people just have one. Yeah, not me. Yeah, it's good. But yeah, I am not dating anyone. I'm not even talking to anyone. I think that's the saddest part of it. I like texting like the odd person, telling them about my day. I don't have that. But never mind. Never mind. It will come. It has to. There's no alternative. One day, he's just going to be there and not be an arse. But that day is not today. Whilst I eat in the gardens by myself, whilst people look at me. And I know I should be talking right now and telling you something really profound, but this is delicious. And I'm so distracted by this food. Taco Bell. Honestly. There's this guy that I used to work with. He won't mind me talking about him because he won't even watch my video. But he lives in New Zealand, and we used to have Taco Bell at any given opportunity whilst at work. I miss him a lot, actually. I say actually as if it's a surprise, but it's not. Like, I knew I would miss him. Because he went back home. So yeah, should you be watching, Sean, which you won't be, hello to you. I'm actually thinking about moving to New Zealand. Not this October, next. And I would do it this October, but my little brother's getting married next year. So the idea of flying back for the wedding, then flying back out again, when I've only got a year out there anyway. Oh, is that a dragon? No, it's a wasp. It doesn't make any sense. So I just figured, just go. A year in October, just go. Gives me the opportunity to get some money together as well. So it turned off again. I'm gonna have to get a better camera. Oh no. Yeah. The 7-layer one. It's the best one. Hands down. I've got some gelatin-free Percy Pigs. Honestly, if you're going to be vegan, now is the right time to be vegan. And they're the cutest little thing as well. Not that one's not very cute. Look. It's also like really grossed me out that the regular Percy Pigs actually have pig in them. And then parents are feeding that to their kids. And it's so gross. I have like genuine anxiety over the fact that should I ever have children, and I don't think I necessarily want children of my own, but I would love to adopt. But should I have children and they decide later on in life that they don't want to be vegetarian, that would kill me, because I can't imagine liking or loving anyone more than I love the environment and sustainability. Okay, well, that might be going a bit too far, but you know what I'm saying, like the idea that my child would grow into this presumably magnificent human being, and I helped him or her do that, I would get so much joy from that. But then they would turn around and be like, oh, actually, you know, all of those like values that you ingrained in me since a child, nah. Right there. Right, so you've learned a lot about me today. You've learned that I like Taco Bell. I actually really wanted to get sushi, but it comes in loads of plastic, and I figured Taco Bell, it's just paper, isn't it? So hashtag sustainable vegan. There was a guy walking in the direction of me, and now he's not, so that's fine. But yeah, so you've learned that I really like tacos and soft burritos. You've learned that I'm on Tinder, and bloody Toby with his 5,000 question marks. You've learned that I'm going to New Zealand. You've also learned that I love Percy pigs. And you've also learned that, you know, I'd love to adopt one day, and should they turn around and say that they don't want to be vegan, that would genuinely hurt my soul. So there we go. I can't eat any more of those. That was smooth, wasn't it? So yeah, I'm going to love you and leave you. And I will see you next week. Oh, also, I should perhaps address the elephant in the room. I promised you that I was going to do a recording on Thursday, and I failed you, so I'm sorry about that. But, you know, happy Sunday. Yeah, I'm gonna upload a video next week with a recipe. What recipe, I don't actually know yet. But yeah, I'm gonna love you and leave you. But genuine question, like genuine, if you know how to get rid of that smell in tortillas, please let me know, and I will see you. I'll see you in a few days. Right, see you later.